There's a word you might have heard sometime. Word is called calm. Calm. Calm is called lust. Kamana means religious desire or very intense desire, called kamana. Kam means lust and kamana means desire. A desire for the lust. Kam means work, action, karma. Kam kamana, काम Dev Dayant Naam. These are 6 things you must remember. Is action and reaction which is caused by work. We all work. Even those who do not work, they do not work not to work. You understand? It's not that you do not work. Work you must. But when you do not work, then you work that you should not work or may not have to work. Kamana means desire. Body has intellect, a section of the brain which releases you 100,000 thoughts per wink of the eye. It's a humongous thing. It's not something, if you understand what I'm telling you tonight, your life cannot have pain, unhappiness. That's what I'm trying to relate to you this way. There are certain things which are automatic, which I don't have to do and I don't have not to do. This body is made with cause and effect. This body's cause will create an effect. You don't have to create an effect. There's not a one person on this planet who is born and will not affect the planet. Cause must have an effect, equal and opposite. The law of karma. Neutral law of force, neutral third law of force is cause shall have effect, equal and opposite. Your body is a cause. So any cause will have effect. There's no way that you have a cause and not effect. Now some of you want to be educated. You want to have degrees. There are people I have seen, they are 60-year-old, they are still getting degrees. You can't help them. They are students for life. They are students who are working for life. There are students who are inferior. There are students who are superior. It's a very funny word if you want to look at it. What is in this word? You stop. You stop because you move. It's a law which you can't help. Everything will move, shall stop. Everything is born, shall die. Jo upjo so bins hai. Padyo pal ke paas. One who is born shall die. What is this? Will get into the spell of death. What is right shall turn one day wrong. What is wrong shall turn one day right. Law of complete, they call it law of circle. This cannot change. So, body is born, it has caused a cause. Now, because the body has caused a cause, it shall affect. You can have an everlasting effect, you can have a environmental effect, temporary effect, personal effect, or you have no effect. It depends on caliber. So you have a calm. Calm is kamna. Calm is a lust. What is the lust of life? Luster of life and lust of life is to be. To be and not to be, that is the question. To be, not to be is the question. To be, because it is to be, is the gyan, is the knowledge, is the ecstasy, is the divinity. Difference is not much. There's little difference. To be, not to be is a hustle. Insecurity, to be. Protection, not to be. Love, to be. Fear, not to be. The polarity of life will cause you to be, not to be. You can't escape it. The only way to escape is when you say to be because it is. Kam, kamna, kamna. Kamna is the desire, lust, and it has a luster, therefore you want to have an effect, therefore your life has to move. Some people do not want to be married. Some want to have 20 marriages. Some people do not like child. Some people like 20 children. Some people will give their life. Some people will never go near something. You will find people just because you know what? You have a negative mind. And negative mind will put you into the dungeon of life. You will never see the light of the day. Negative mind will take away from you the positive mind and neutral mind. It will not let you reach. Shakta, the power of cause and effect, born, will become sakat. Negative. Negative mind is essential. It is given to you as a first mind because you must survive. It gives you compete, compare, and confusion. With Gyan, the knowledge, you can win. So the lust creates you moving. Kamana is your achievement. Kamana can be done of divinity or infinity. Kamana can be done of the moment, of the time, of the space. You'll see some people, they do not have stretch in their life. They have length of their life. They will live, they will meet you every day. They have no width. They have no depth. Your life can be just like a newspaper. Newspaper you desire. You want newspaper. Read it. After you finish it, you put in a waste paper. Same newspaper you are so desirous that you want to go in a snow, in a storm to pick it up. And after reading it, you want to put in the fireplace to burn the fire. There's no value to you. So basically, when you have your negative mind and mind controls you, you live in a dungeon. Mind controls you with what? Mind controls you with rational ideas. It gives you logic. Reason and logic are products of mind. It gives you right and wrong, but it will never let you sing your song of life. It never lets you grow. It will let you go. It will scare you. You will be isolated. You will be just good for nothing. It will put you in your own dungeon. You will never see the brightness of yourself. And when you will not see the brightness of self, people are not going to see. And when people are not going to see, you will not have an opportunities. When you are not opportunity, you will be frustrated. You will be frustrated, you will be angry. You will be angry, you will be frustrated. More frustrated, more angry. More frustrated, more angry. More frustrated, more angry. You will start losing your self-control. When you lose self-control, you will have no self-esteem later on because everyone will say, he's an idiot, he's an angry person, leave him alone. You will not be appreciated. Therefore, you will depreciate. So it will become a habit. You have bit, but you lose that bit. Horse has a bit, is that true? Horse has a? And when horse doesn't have a bit, then what happened? You know, when you are young, you act cheap. Then you weep rest of your life, and then you end up creep in your life. And mind you, you will find creeps with as many degrees as this wall can hold. To be a creep is a degree too. And people know you very well. Hey, don't meet this man. He's a creep. Don't talk to this man. He's a snake. Don't trust this man. He's a fox. What proves that? Karmi apo apni ke nede ke du. Your action will prove you are near or you are far away. But you live in your dungeon. Negative mind dungeon. Your own mind has put a clamp over you. Because when you think you have to be successful, you are the most stupid idiot ever born in a human body. When you want to be successful and you want God will make you successful, then you have 180% anyway, because any person unknown is with you. When you want to be successful, then it's 10% against 10%. You may win object and subject. It's a control system. You see, some people are very controlled. Some people are very controlling. Some people are passionately controlling. Some people are very independent. There's nothing free. There's no freedom which is, and there's no liberty without labor. Said the yogi. You cannot have life if you live by the lies of your mind, and that is that your own kamana and your own kam, desire and lust, and kam, work, puts you into an isolated, independent cavity. But if you come out of it, then you shall glow. Then you shall flow. Then people see it. Then opportunities come to you. Once in my life, there was a time that I could have millions of dollars in a corporation and I could have done anything I wanted, and I had a freelance. Absolutely no restriction, no string attached. But there was one thing I saw. I shall not be in a position to complete my mission of dharma. I shall be free of karma. I'll have as much as I want. I can promote myself as I want. I can predict myself as I want. But there shall be no dharma. So there was a choice. You want to be missionary or you want to be a man? Man is never missionary. And missionary is never a man. Because missionary expands. It engulfs. It faces. It sacrifices, it leaps, it grows, it goes, it challenges the God. Man, to be secure, to be comfortable, to be contained. Man by nature is very untrusting. Missionary by virtue is totally trusting. Man loses, cries and weeps. Missionary loses, he's happy because he has a second chance. If he loses second chance, he has third chance. He has 100th chance to last. He has 200th chance to go ahead. Never loses. You lose only when you don't take another chance. Life is chance. Kam, kamna, kam. You have to understand that. Kam, kamna, kam. Kam, kamna, kam. Dev, daint, nam. Dev means to be angel. Daint means to be devil. Nam means identity. Now, Nam means identity, means legacy, not lineage. Angels cannot do wrong. Demons cannot do right. Angels have infinity for goodness, and demons have domain for confinement. Ghost, if you become your host, you have a miserable life. He's always there. So Nam means identity. Identity. Identity, what is your identity? Your identity is not what you think your identity is. Your identity is you are made in God. That's your identity. Your identity is you are American, not you are a human being. No. You gave up your identity as a human being and took the identity as American. Why? Because as American, there's a government, there's a location, there's a country, there's a border. What is the, if a woman is rich and poor, what's the difference? Both are walking on the road. Rich woman knows there is richness behind it. Poor woman knows there is emptiness and shallowness behind it. Man of character knows there is commitment into it. Man of no commitment has no character because there is nothing in it. It is that what not the spearhead, it is the whole world which moves with it. King is a person. Man is a person. King has the domain of the state. King has the domain of the status. King's statement is a law. Man has nothing. Man has to become king. Man has to become saint. Man has to become soldier. Man has to become sage. Otherwise, man is a beast. Eats, drink, and feasts. And dies. Alach, palach, sagali, moi, chute, tunde mo. He does wrong again and again in all his entanglements, and in entanglements man dies. Mind is your servant. Mind is not given you to play games. When you play games with your mind, you entangle yourself in game, and you die like a cobweb. If mind serves you, then it is positive mind. Negative mind controls you. Positive mind serves you. Neutral mind excels you. Which mind you are using, that shall be the result. Not which. is who, what is what. If you come with negative mind all the time, you shall be in dungeon. When you come with a positive mind, you shall be bright, beautiful. And when you come from neutral mind, you shall be bountiful and blissful. There's nothing good and bad. It's all your mind. If you mind your business right, there cannot be wrong. If you mind your business wrong, there shall be no right. You shall have no right. This criteria is called applied consciousness. Let us apply ourselves to the fact of the glory of the self. This is a very deep meditation. It may give you headache temporarily. It means your diet is not right and your brain is not getting proper nourishment. That's all it means. It doesn't mean anything. It will have no damage or no side effect. But you are stupid in eating. And it also means you do not chew your food. It also means your saliva in the food is not, and your digestive tract is not right. It also sometimes means in yoga you have constipation. Or you have mentally constipated. There are three constipation: physical constipation, mental constipation, or spiritual constipation. Spiritual constipation is very vast. You don't flow. There's no spirit behind you. There's nothing. You're just shallow. You just make noise. That's it. Mental constipation is you want to do, but you withdraw. You are untrustworthy. Physical constipation is you are very unsocial, very, very nagging, very intolerant. Let's open certain chakras tonight and see if we can do it. All right? Please sit down straight and tight. Close your eyes and turn your eyesight 60 degrees. Put your optical nerve and look through the chin, moon center. Steady, absolutely steady. You will find a good experience tonight. It's wonderful. Let's do it right though. Close your eyes and look through your chin. So neck will be little raised, chin will be raised, so you can look at the chin. If you raise your neck, look at the chin, you may have a headache in seconds. But that's a good headache. It take away the headache of your life. And please pump the belly as fast as you can, without the help of the breath. Separate your belly, pump without, don't take the help of your breath. Not at all. Just move the belly by pure diaphragm source. You have Zakhmi's tape today? Good. Put it. We are going to play the tape just to clear the atmosphere. But remember, as many times you rhythmically pump the button, belly button, the navel point, the third chakra, it will be help. Don't move from the chin.
तख्त दियन गुरु रामदास प्रथमे नानक चंद्र प्रथमे नानक चंद्र जोत रूप हर आप गुरु नानक कहायो चौथे अंगद भयो सत्य सत मिलायो अंगद कृपा धार अमर सतगुर फिर कियो अमृत छत्र गुरु राम ने दियो अमरदास अमृत छत्र गुरु राम ने दियो नानक तू लेना तू है गुरु अमर तू बिचारिया जीव अंगद अंग संग नानक गुरु जीव अंगद अंग संग नानक गुरु गुरु अमरदास के गुरु रामदास राज जोग तख्त दियन गुरु रामदास प्रथमे नानक चंद्र जगत भयो आनंद तारण मनुख जिन कियो प्रयास तारण मनुख जन कियो प्रयास गुरु अंगद दियो निधान अकथ कथा ज्ञान अकथ कथा ज्ञान गुरु अंगद दियो निधान अकथ कथा ज्ञान पंचभूत बस कीने जमत न त्रास गुरु अमर गुरु श्री सत गुरु अमर गुरु श्री सत कल जुग राखी पत अघन देखत गत चरण कमल जास देखत दर्श भगत परम भजत देखत दर्श भगत परम भजत दुख पर हर सुख सहज बिगासे दुख पर हर सुख सहज बिगासे सेवक सीख सदा अनुभत जो कुसुम सभा से विद्यमान गुरु आप थप्यो थिर साचो तख्त गुरु रामदास गुरु अमर गुरु ने गुरु श्री सत कल जुग राखी पत अगन देखत गत चरण कमल दास सब विद मान्यो मन सब विद मान्यो मन तब ही भयो प्रसन्न राज जोग तख्त दियन गुरु रामदास सो दत्त मिलायो अंगद कृपा धार अमर सतगुर फिर कियो अमरदास अंगद छतर गुरु राम ने दियो अमरदास अमृत छतर गुरु राम ने दियो नानक तू लेना तू है गुर अमर तू बिचारिया जीव अंगद अंग संग नानक गुर जीव अंगद अंग संग नानक गुर तिल गुरु अमरदास कै गुरु रामदास राज जोग तख्त दियन गुरु रामदास प्रथमे नानक चंद जगत पायो आनंद तारन मनुख जिन कियो प्रकाश तारन मनुख जन कियो प्रकाश गुरु अंगद दियो निधान अकथ कथा ज्ञान अकथ कथा ज्ञान गुरु अंगद दियो निधान अकथ कथा ज्ञान पंचभूत बस कीने जमत न त्रास गुरु अमर गुरु श्री सत्य
Inhale deep, hold the breath and keep pumping powerfully, stronger than before. Give yourself a last chance in case you have missed something. Exhale. Inhale deep. Strongly do it again, just for the sake of experience, not you don't know. But when you experience, you know it forever. Let it go. This is your last long trial. Inhale deep again. Hold tight. Good. Pump stronger. Try it. If diaphragm doesn't pump the prana at the time of your confrontation, you can lose the chance of victory. Relax. If you practice this exercise, looking at the moon point and pumping with the navel point, you will bring the moon and sun together. And as you grow with the experience, you will have unisonness. You may not like the idea to do it, but it can give you, at a certain stage, all the knowledge, all the sounds you can hear, all the strategies can come to you without any hardship. Is a path to victory. There is two ways to live in life. One is the path of denial, another the path of acceptance. Path of denial is also path of surrender. You surrender everything. You deny your identity, you deny your existence, you deny everything, and then let God take care of it. If it doesn't, you are a zero. But when God's one joins the zero, it becomes 10. Then there's a path of acceptance. You count your blessings, you live in bliss. Everything which comes and doesn't come is God's will. Where there's God's will, there's no ill will. You'll be conscious, you'll be in gratitude, and you'll be bright. There are many paths, but there's one goal of excellence. Nanak said that as Chardi Kala. You don't understand Chardi Kala. Chardi Kala is a very simple thing. When you unfold yourself like a flower, you have fragrance. You uncoil yourself, you have brightness. You become brilliant. Your Foolishness is in keeping yourself capped up, which your ego makes you do it. And you do it all the time. You live in your dreams and you forego the reality. When you forsake the reality, life becomes a challenge. And many, under the fear, insecurity and challenge, give up their happy life. Happiness in life is a promised thing. It cannot go away, provided you understand that acceptance, all good and bad, ketya dukh pukh sudmar ebi daat teri datar. This is the way of the sage, the saint, and the soldier. They accept God in excellence. Or there is another way, to accept God in denial. Let everything go. Let everything go. You know, in yoga there are two things, pranayam and pratyahar. Pratyahar means shunya, let go. Let everything go, good, bad, everything. Pranayam, expand, 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 and engulf everything. Then by thee, there is nothing else but by thee to be. And shunya, let everything grow as you go into nothing. After that, there are three stages, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. You decide pranayam and pratyahar. Bring a balance to your life. And then you have a longing, and then you have a concentration, and then you have achievement. Life is very simple. In my path of ecstasy, I have a very simple rule. Let go yourself to success. I do pratyahar in a very different way. I put my zero with one by hook or by crook. Apni athi apna, appe kai swariye. With your own hands, get your work done, complete and clear. Don't wait for time and space. Don't confuse your identity. It is better to die working for it than being lazy and waiting for it. You got to take the chance to succeed. And then doors will open to you. Life will come to you. Every person who is born has caused a cause, therefore it has to have effect. How poor cause and effect you want to be, that's your problem. Everybody is born naked, and everybody is a party trained, and everybody can be successful. It's all in a discipline, training called Rahat. Rahat, Kahat, Sait, Prani, Janat, Sabe Nambo. Rahat, disciplined living. Kahat, saying. Bahat, the way you adapt your constituency. These are the path every living being knows what to do. It's a question of how you add caliber to it. So, we are done this week, right? You understand the life of self-love, right? The true love in you, love within you, around you, Love is not a commotion. Love is not sensuality and sexuality. Love is not a relationship. The definition of love you have is totally hypocrite. It's expression of commotions. But love is the infinite strength for infinity of existence. It always leaves behind legacy forever. And in love of that, the people who walk on that legacy, seeing that at a light, guiding light, feel you are a godly person. That is love. We have a poem from Vagru Kaur, which is a very well done history, and she has very beautifully summed up Lord Buddha and his entire teaching of the eight path of truth, in which he said God is. He said, I didn't say it. He said, God is not. He said, I have not denied it. Because the basic feeling of the Buddhism is they don't accept God's inexistent in form and in non-form. They exist in karma, holy karma. And that's what Guru Nanak summed up in one line, Karmi apo apri ke nede ke dur. Jinni naam te aaya gaya musakat kal, those who identify their identity. So Buddhism actually is total in those 4 lines of Guru Nanak. Just total Buddhism. Tons and tons and tons of literature and scriptures are in those 4 lines. But Buddhism has basically sprung up from knowledge. In Prince Siddhartha's, which became Mahatma Buddha or Buddha, Lord Buddha, he saw cruelty to the woman he was born of. He saw customary cruelty that man, if he is not satisfied sexually at night, will hang the woman by her feet till she dies, because she did not satisfy the male. He saw things which were not only cruel, but mastermindedly cruel. And he saw richness, and he saw palace, he saw many things. I don't want to accuse that time and do not want to give you negative reports, but there was a time, at that time, divine right of the king, that whatever king says, that's what God has said, and ordinary person has no ordinary right even. Prince Siddhartha started asking a question, why pain? Why people are poor? Why people are hung? Why people are criminal? On that such he went. And he ended up in one way. Everything has come from nothing. So there is nothing. If you do not become nothing, you can never know everything. And that is the path in which he went. That self is the truth, and truth is the self. Beyond that, nothing exists. He went to the extent saying, sheltering behind the identity of God is denying the improving of the self-identity. He went very far in that. When I went to World Parliament of Religion, the Buddhist group totally objected that we use the word God too much. So we compromised and we started using word of conscious being or supreme being. Similarly, in University UCLA, when I used to teach, they told me you can't use word God. I made up my master computer, but that didn't work well. Then I started kind of word hishit, he, she, and it. They asked me, it looked very sound bad. What do you do, hishit, hishit? I say he, she, and it. I put it together. So what should I do? You don't allow me to use word God. I have to use some word. They say, well, you know, it's not a religious thing, we understand, but this word doesn't sound right. I say, well, that's the way it is. If you do not understand the word, what you understand, that's what you are. So in humor, we passed our time. But this is a very beautiful poem which Vagru Kaur has written. If you thoroughly understand it, you will enjoy it. It's a very good challenge to the beautiful thing called ego. Vagru Kaur, could you please read it? Blessing, dear. Very good. You've done it. I mean, if this way you can read or write on all 8 religions, I will be out of job. It's really good.
The Sri Singh Sahib has basically said it all, but religion either goes towards 0 or towards 1. And this was inspired by the Sri Singh Sahib's tombstone. A while back he was celebrating the fact that he might leave the planet. Now he's not so sure. But at that time, he threw a grand party and he made his own tombstone. And on there it says, born at 0, born 0, died at 1. So basically, he started at Shunya, and then he became absorbed in all that was. So I wrote a poem about each, and this is the first one. This one is Shunya, and it's called 0. So you can put yourself in it and see, maybe you would like to become a Buddhist. Prince Siddhartha learned much from the great spiritual masters. But at the end of all his rigorous training, he sat down by the Naranjana River and its flowing water and asked himself whether this knowledge was worthy. As he meditated on the river bank, he watched each concept float away. Religion, spiritual practice, the concept of God, the meditative current swept it all away. What he had learned, was it necessary? Was it worthy? Did it bring him to self-enlightenment, glory? When the answer came back from his mind as no, he removed it from his mind. Peeling away the layers of perception, the obstacles to genuine transformation, his mind and soul went ever nearer to life in the now, true awareness. Religion? I have gained nothing from it in knowledge of self. God? What is it? It is only a label upon which humans heap their faults. Reflecting every conceivable concept which kept him from true perception, he rejected all except the presence of now and tried to pierce even that illusion. Do you have the courage to do what he did? Come to 0 and start from scratch? Dissolve your identity, dissolve your community, dissolve your religion, your job, your family. Throw out your God. Throw out your techniques. Take away your longing, your status, and prestige. Come to nothing. Come to an empty room and sit there in the stillness. Peel away your life as you would peel an onion. Peel off the layers of false perception. Come into the now, the present, what you are here, and break the bonds of illusory fear. Prince Siddhartha became the Buddha by accepting only first-hand experience of everything here, earthly and spiritual. He went straight to the center to discover truth. Sit alone in your empty room, open to all things, adhering to no rule, detached from the world, attached to the real, as it exists in the microscope in between. Shunya, 0, nothing to hold on to. Most of us find one label or another to perceive and define our life. You are not. Your life is not. Your job is dissolved. Your belongings are gone. Your religion does not exist. Your friendships have all vanished. Your ability to lead and your leadership is gone. No support group, nothing to lean on, no concepts, no path, no achievement, no aim, no ego, no self, no God's name. Sit in the stillness. You are nothing. What you have learned is useless. Experience the silence.
Me. When you reach the stillness, then one experience you will have, then one moves in. It is that thing which is called the twilight zone. Well, we have to let the age of Aquarius and the people who shall follow us to know not what you know what is not known, be known to thee. That's why the theory of zero is shunya. I am and I am not. At the same time, you will feel the unisonness. This poem is a very high-graded poem and it may be very difficult for you to understand. I hope soon we'll have a book and we can read it again and get to understand, because this is the way us to get rid of the ego. When the ego is gone, then everything is amigo. The animosity is between you and your ego. Animosity is not between people and people. I was having a conversation this morning and somebody said, you told me to do so, I am going to do it. And now if you tell me that you can't do it, I am going to still do it. I said, okay, get it done. Let me know. But you have helped me. I said, what for? I have said, get it done. So be it. If I help, then I have to tell you. If I have to tell you, then you are not doing it, then I'm doing it. You are doing it. No help. So the concept is not, the idea of human body is one. You can't confront yourself. If you know to confront yourself, you can confront God. You are afraid of confrontation. Everybody is. And that's called sense of justice. Sense of justice is when you reach the state of shunya, zero, you let all go and only duty prevails. The beauty of the duty convinces everybody that there is unisonness in it. Let us see how she comes out with the next to complete the theory of the 10. There's going to be next week, right? And we'll continue that?
Yes.
Good. Well. Please understand, these are good days. You had a lot of snow, and earth became virgin again. And there's a possibility that maybe our prayers may be needed to have more snow. Otherwise summer will be very hot. So, when snow comes, earth becomes white, everything is covered under that white sheet. There's nothing but purity. And then again the man starts doing things, polluting here and there. But once in a while, it becomes clean. Last 2 days we have experienced great New Mexico weather. But New York and Maine state were very fortunate. They got 20 inches of snow. That was good. Perhaps they needed a good blanket of whiteness. It depends. So, have a good day and good week and use it. We have a langar hall to construct. And I was told, I'm not sure but how much it is, but I think the Sangat here that day collected about $30,000. Individuals somehow contributed. And idealistically, this langar hall is going to be very beautiful, a place. Plus we already have a kitchen which we can totally make it to a very perfect commercial kitchen. And that way, langar hall can have a second story. It is allowable, so it's not difficulty. So langar hall can be used. Now how beautiful it will be that we will have parties instead of here and there. We can call people here so they can be with our temple and they can have a party in a place. When it's not used, it can be used for our meetings, our pangada, so many things we can get it done. And sooner or later, I understand the roof is such that they have to remove few stones over the top of it, and again it will be just a roof for the first ceiling floor, and then we can go further. My idea was different. My idea was to go all the way double story and then put in between extension all around, making a central way and covering it with iron so that we have double story right away, and above you can use for whatever you want to use, and the hall underneath will be that way. But now I think it was economy which came into the play, and now I think they have to put the support pillars later. They have to, right, for the second floor. And then they will build it that way. But it's very, to me it is very joyful. To me it is joyful in the sense that we are participating. We are creating a Aquarius dream. We are creating a Panth Khalsa of tomorrow. We are living to the legacy of Guru Gobind Singh. I mean, to us we may look many ways. I mean, everybody who has constipated in a garden bathroom is know he's clogged up. But when he sees the most beautiful swan-like walking person, people think you're very beautiful. And that itself is a service. A decorated man by existence is an impact of happiness, hope, and help. You don't have to make a long speech. You don't have to argue yourself. I know one day you just put a veil around your turban and put your Adi Shakti and dress up and look in the mirror. After half an hour, you take away your veil, take away your Adi Shakti, look in the mirror. You'll find the difference. There's something in that decoration. Veil around a woman is not meant to do anything but just to cover the subtlety of the moon center. That's all it does. It's not something very rough. When we do a rough work, we are in the field, we don't use it. But in a decorative form, we use it. And its message is more strong. It really massages another person's intelligence. It does what it's meant to do. It tells another person, it challenges the subtlety in another person. And mind you, the most important thing in a human body is the subtle body. Ultimately, your soul has to take shelter for it to go. So technologically, there's a way to live. Small as we look today, and there are certain words which I like to read it to you. And these are the words by a federal government officer. And he's talking to America. And it's so painful. I understand. What he's saying is right. This is the sick net. And he says here, I understand how modern England is. Look at this. A Duchess of Kent became Catholic because they don't want women as a priest. I would shoot the bastard if I was allowed because a woman can't represent Christ. Kennedy said, men and women are totally different. That's not my fault. And Jesus chose men for his disciple. And this guy is the Right Reverend Robert Hardy, and he's a kind of he's a vicar. What they call VIC? Vicar? Vicar. A Church of England vicar said on Wednesday, women priests were bloody bitches who should be burned at the stake like medieval witches. 1994. Hello. I would burn the bloody bitches, and I have said that on several occasions, he told the Guardian newspaper. Let this bloody woman go off and form their own politically correct church and religion. Jesus Christ. Ladies, I really have great sympathy for you. I really, thanks Guru Nanak. I think the woman should, the mother of this man should not have let him come out. Men do not know what a woman can do. These men with their few little balls, they do these kind of dirty things all the time. I'm fed up, sick of them. I happen to be a man myself, but I know. They are so afraid that they are born of woman, they can't understand it because they can't create another child, you know. Men are not fertile. Where's this thing gone? This guy, back. Georgia, Clinton in trouble, which is always there. I don't know. Hillary going to hell. Come on. Oh no. This will not be. I have to read you this, but where it is gone. I think it should be this. Okay, button. Oh yeah. Here we are. You know, Bill Bennett says family churches must stop moral decline. Atlanta. Former U.S. Secretary of Education and Drug Czar Bill Benton said Wednesday, if Americans do not return to moral and religious beliefs, American society will cease to exist. I believe that if current social trend in illegitimate births, in education decline and social decay continues, American society will be gone. Bennett told the meeting of conservative politicians and potential candidates sponsored by the Empower America grassroots organization which co-chairs. Problem he said is too many 14-year-old girls with babies, too many 14-year-old boys with guns, and too many idiots on television talking to them in the sensitive way, a non-judgmental way, trying to understand what is their problem and forgiving them and saying it is largely somebody else's fault. Now, this is a confession, very Catholic. Bennett said, government, especially the federal government, cannot replace parents, church, families, and school, though they are trying to. In many ways, in some other parts of America, society, we are becoming a kind of society that Christian missionaries used to missionize to, in the 19th century. He said, give me strong families, strong churches, strong schools, and I don't care about political process. Why should you? Bennett said political values, even on the local level, they can play no more important role than on the federal level, a part of the larger cultural task. It's the task that has come to do with the shift in American values over the last 30 years. A demonstrable shift in American values, Bennett said. It has to do with what comes out of the TV and the radio. It has to do with the composition of families. It has to do with the health and well-being of schools, neighborhood, institutions, communities, churches, and like that. If the countries get better to improve, it will depend much more on the health of these institutions than it will be on the things government does. So, this is a confession coming out that we didn't do a good job. The word church is an English word, is that true? It comes the word, Gurmukhi word charcha. Charcha means a common talk. Folk talk is called charcha. Us bande da bada charcha hai bhai. That man is kind of folk talk. From that word comes church, where folks can come and talk. Do you know that? No. Look how the language travels. Start from England to Punjab. You want to go? Okay, in England, we are going this year in a big way. Big way. Really a good yatra. Let us see this way. Punjab is Punjab and England is England. Is that true? Right. In England, in English, we call it cow, right? We go to France, it becomes gao. We go to Persia, it becomes guy. You go to Punjab, it becomes gan. Cow, gao, guy, gan. Same animal, almost same sound. I would like you to do this weekend a good job. You know, this community has sent Har Gobind to Moscow. You know? Please write him a letter as you feel about him. Let him know. Isn't the life that matters? Is the courage one brings to one's mission. Thank you. May the long time sun shine upon you. All. Satnam. There's another announcement which I forgot. Oh wow, look at this. Bhangra party and delicious lasagna dinner. made by Amrit Singh. Come, come, Bendo, 6:30, right, on the 12th, Saturday. Sri Singh Saab will be invited to join us, so I have to dance. Well, okay. If I get away from the flea market, no.
You want help?
This is not right type of birthday from you expect. So next class will celebrate his birthday with big cookies. Something worthwhile. Next Tuesday, all young people are invited to come because Dharmkar has started that young executive mission. If you want to benefit in your life, please, everybody should come.